Welcome, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your May reading. I hope you guys are doing well because it's been a long time since I did readings on my channel. So I'm super excited. Just tune in, see what's coming up and what I can channel for you guys for this month. Overall, I am while I was tuning into your energy, Aquarius, like I am seeing a lot of growth and expansion. It's more like you breathe differently. There's these feelings and things based on previous experiences and just overall feeling differently, just starting to really look at a different at things in from a different light, and things that used to hold you in a certain space, who used to hold you in a certain mindset, just don't hold the same weight anymore. And what happens when the gravity of that importance lifts, it kind of just flows apart. And I'm sensing that there were things that were anchoring you, almost like an anchor on the bottom of the ocean, like in your emotional a depth of your emotional subconscious, that was anchoring you to a belief system, anchoring you towards keeping up a certain routine, keeping up a way of showing up in the outside world, showing up in people's lives, and the importance of either their viewpoint of you or how you wanted to make other people feel, and the price you're willing to pay for that. And I'm sensing that I'm constantly hearing, I don't give a damn about my reputation. Like that's the energy that I'm sensing, and it's coming in with this full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. It just is this energy of, you know what? I don't really care anymore. Just like, I don't really care about the opinion of people that I wouldn't go to for advice in general. And there's this shift there, Aquarius, and it kind of makes me silent. Like I feel like I'm pausing and I'm just taking it in because I'm like looking at it. I'm really tuning into that feeling that is growing more and more, and I'm like, it's such a big transformation, it's such a big change, and it's going to bring you so much further in that healing and in that awareness and feeling more freedom again. Because I really felt that you guys were lacking a sense of freedom, like something trapped you, hold you in a certain space. And it really had to do with how you were talking to yourself, how you were sacrificing either your health, your emotional fulfillment, your finances, and things like that. It was just a lot that was limited there, and the freedom was sort of restricted. And I'm sensing there's this openness of energy, and it comes through with the Knight of Cups. That doesn't mean that it's like, oh, I'm just only gonna give to myself and I'm no longer gonna show up in other people's lives and I'm not gonna give like that anymore. It's like, no, it's like I'm willing to give and I'm willing to share, because as an Aquarius, you guys, you are people's people, like you are a people's person. You can thrive in groups. You can thrive in being part of a bigger collective, or doing something for the greater good. You can thrive there, but it's a couple of circumstances that are very, like, is a necessity for you in order to actually thrive, instead of going under for the greater good. And your first, I felt like closing off your energy to it at all in order to sort of, take back your power or take back your own space. And slowly but surely you will start to find new ways with the Knight of Cups to show up, to send love, to share your time, your energy, your genius ways of problem solving, and just having, a future focused mind, being able to give people advice, and then not leave that conversation completely drained. It's like it's in a good energy, like a good way of extending your energy. I'm having a very hard time actually getting the words out. The words are there, like I'm channeling them. I'm trying to get them out. So Mercury retrograde is really at play. Obviously it's a Monday, and Monday is a moon day, so it's just all a little bit more enhanced for Cancers. But let's just see it's almost like a match-up game. It's like you are willing to keep it moving. See, like yes, you're showing up with your cup, and you're open, and you come from a place of vulnerability, which is good because there's a lot of strength to gain there for you. You no longer really want to be viewed as a person without any problems, and is always like has a smile, and everything is always fine. It's like it's okay to like show what you're dealing with or what you have dealt with, but you also willing to keep it moving. Like you just on your road, you're on your way, and you meet a person who's like the Page of Cups, and so that's not really aligning. It's like you kind of have, yes, you have this playful energy as well, still as a Knight of Cups, but you also want something that is more tangible, something more not so flighty, and so if you bump into a Page of Cups, it's like you can have a nice exchange of conversation, or maybe a viewpoint, or some life source energy, but then you also just keep it moving. And that's an energy that I'm sensing with this instantly this Cancer shows up. It's like you meet this Cancer, you're like, ooh. I'm just saying. It's like next person, it's like, or next situation, or next job, or whatever you come up on this way from this new perspective. It's like you meet this Chariot, and maybe then you move into the Chariot, like maybe then you really are ready to like take some serious next steps. So look how beautifully, I love this so much, Aquarius. I don't know, I keep hearing Cancer. Like, I don't know, maybe you're Cancer rising or something like that. I don't know. Must be a tough combination. But there's this almost doing it as a Cancer does it. Nurturing and being, coming from that space like a Cancerian, but also understanding that you need your shell time, and that there's times to go out and play, and times that you rest and recharge and heal and take for yourself. And then what you gain from that space you're able to give, and understanding in a better way your energy levels and honoring them, and not forcing yourself or bullying yourself or just giving a little bit more, and then you need like a full week to recover from that. It's like you don't want to deplete your energy for anyone else anymore, because in the end of the day it's not serving anyone. So if someone comes to you and asks you for help, that is actually a 3-person's job, you're just probably gonna be like, or used to be like, oh, no, I got that, I can do it. And you would fix it, but it was more of like a 3-person's job, and you allowed that to be like, yes, of course I want to be part, but I'm not going to do everything like it's a 3-person's job. Like, who else are you going to call? Like, I'm willing to be part of the team, but I'm not going to be the entire team, and make you not have to pay anything, and I'm here with my back in crumbles for next week. So it's like understanding your own boundaries and honoring them. That's really good. But what I wanted to add to this is that, like I said, that next step and a more serious ways of taking those leaps. Look, you have here the Queen of Cups. Beautiful. And it's like it goes really quickly from there. There's this new space that you're entering into, and you have been entering into, and it's a journey. It's not a quick sprint, it's a marathon, it's a journey, and upon that journey you continue to be open for growth, but also really open to be grateful for the growth you've already had, for the miles that are behind you and the miles that are in front of you, and being present in where you are, and honoring both sides. And I see with this 8 of Wands, it's just a lot of communication. You might actually meet someone who has like a lot of water in their chart, because I'm just sensing it's just water on water. You guys are the water barriers. Because if there's one sign that goes well with, like one air sign that goes well with water, it is actually Aquarius, because you guys can learn a lot from each other. It's not always as easy, but there's a lot of growth. There's a potential there. Anyway, let's see what else comes up. Ooh, the Tower with Judgment and the Hierophant. Exactly, fated events. This is that Scorpio lunar eclipse energy. Maybe we've overlooked a thing that is a weight still that maybe we need to release, and we're allowed to release, we're allowed to move on from, we're allowed to let go of. And maybe we've overlooked it. Maybe that's the thing that just kind of you weren't sure of just yet. But I'm sensing that next step, you know, this month will make you very aware, and it's very energetically guided. Like, it's really like, okay, we really don't want to put you to another tower moment, Aquarius, but it's a good tower. Like, we're here, we're making, like, helping you to make a deeper commitment to this new sense of self, and this different way of approaching life, and on your road towards happiness and a sense of freedom and healing. Like, it's a healing journey. And it seems that some of you has really been a faith crisis. You know, maybe you were very religious and you were brought up very religious, and somewhere down the line it's like, it just doesn't fit me. And maybe you've just become more spiritual and in a different way. You're still approaching from a place of faith. It's just more in faith in yourself and in your co-creationship with the universe, and not just in a only putting all that power into the higher power. Basically, there was this crisis, this thing of just couldn't continue the way it was continuing, because you were willing to try it one more time, willing to continue just a little bit longer, but it was just disconnect on destruction, just continuously just bring about so much uproar. That's what I'm hearing. And there's just nothing really grew there. And I'm not sensing that in your here and now. Like, I'm not sensing in your near future. It's really something you're leaving behind, you're moving away from. But I do really feel that I had to mention it, because there's so much newness here. There's this Knight, and there's this Knight of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups, and a Page of Wands, and a Knight of Wands. It's like it's beautifully connected. Like, it almost makes me emotional how, like, it just does. Like, there's this feeling that I'm feeling coming from your collective, Aquarius. Like, you start new, you start fresh, and you take the next step, and you're willing to do the work, and you're willing to do this for yourself. You're willing to work on a better future and approach things differently, and it's bringing you instant movement, instant growth, instant change, instant freedom, instant love, instant results, instant, like, it just is instantly showing you you're on the right track. We're not there yet. There's much more to do. There's much more to gain. But I'm showing you, your universe is really showing you, like, hey, you're willing to step here? I'm going to show you instantly. This is the right track. This is the right track. This is the right track. You are on the right track. The Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Knight of Wands. It's just, it's such a natural rhythm, and it's beautifully aligning. You may feel the complete opposite in this very moment while you're listening to this reading, but understand that might be a little bit of a tower moment. It's a build-up. It's a build-up in order to really have that eclipse moment. And you will work with this eclipse energy for next 6 months. Like I said, it's not just, oh, we're having an eclipse. Do you see it? Do you not see it? Where are you in the world? Ooh, you know, it's an hour before, hour after. No, it's like, it's something, yes. It might be on that day something happens. Not for, like, for very few amount of people that actually happens, but it's something that is a moment of shift. That's a moment where maybe in a couple months you look back on, you know what, May really put things into motion. It actually started in May, like, looking back upon it. And for you, it's a very almost like taking back power and control of how you are seen by the world, is not the most important thing. How you show up in the world is directed by yourself. And the validation first comes through yourself. And that by itself attracts difference on the outside. So you're taking power over the 10th house, of your own 10th house with that. And why I'm pushing this so much is because there is also this 4th house energy, you know, because Mercury is retrograding in Taurus, which connects to your 4th house. And that is that harmonious energy. That is that I'm willing to put in the work to make it work, to make it feel like more like home, to make myself create a space in your career, in whatever way, shape or form, community you connect to make it feel more like a home for your soul, where your soul can shine, where your soul can really show and grow to its development and not feel so restricted, because you guys already have to deal with so much restriction in this world as an Aquarius, because you guys are very visionary, like have a future focus. You can look beyond the things and just really have to deal with the restrictions of the people just not catching up yet, and you have to deal with that. You know, my dad, for example, he's in a, look at that, he has the 2 of Cups. My dad is an Aquarius, very hardcore Aquarius. And he used to, back in I think in the 70s, you know, work for this company. And he was always full of ideas, you know, because when he is invested into something, he really wants to help it grow and transform, even if it doesn't get him any more salary. It's just about, I'm seeing this opportunity, let's just make this happen, even if it wasn't really his pay rate, you know. But people would be like, yeah, but we have budget cards, we can't do it in my salary. And it was just like, they sometimes even take his ideas for like, you know, like a crazy person almost. Like that's how against of change and evolution they were. And then years down the line, like maybe 5 years later, all of a sudden that idea just magically came falling from the sky, and then it would actually apply it. Well, 5 years ago, my dad already kind of brought it up as a thing for the future moving into. And he has had to deal with things like that throughout his life, especially in the 70s and the 80s, where everything was kind of just catching up really slowly. So definitely something that makes you guys very creative at the same time, but also understand you need an outlet for that, and that works differently for each and every one of you guys, you know. That's just personal. You have this Knight of Wands with the 2 of Cups, so I'm sensing that this connection of meeting of the 2 hearts. Maybe one of you is more in their emotional awareness, and other person is more in their masculine energy and more of like, oh, I'm passionate, let's go do this, I'm inspired, I'm motivated, you know. The other person more like, I'm feeling, you know, I feel like, and I want to follow this, and I'm going to nurture myself. And the other person might be in the gym like, I'm just, you know, it's a little bit of the opposite, but it is a similar energy. It's just you guys are meeting each other at both ends. Like the other person's also meeting you, for example, if you're the one who's more of like the emotional side of things, more like, you know, the tune in of the feminine energy. Because I'm sensing that this is the 5 of Cups. Understand that you guys both have your own energy level, and you will meet each other where you can meet each other, because I'm seeing from both sides that there's intent of coming together, of connection, like you want to make it work. So it's a release of the 5 of Cups. It's important to look at things from a new perspective. It's a new day, it's a new opportunity, and if both people want to show up and invest in the work, then holding on to what hasn't worked is not going to benefit that 2 of Cups energy. It's just kind of going to prolong it. See, with the Ace of Cups and the 4 of Cups, you may have been disappointed by someone emotionally, just really like, I don't see the use, I don't see this change, I just don't really believe it anymore. That's an energy I'm feeling. But there are opportunities, because the universe is showing you, like maybe you're really up close up to love, maybe you've been really disappointed by previous relationships, or just in general dating just haven't really brought you any new perspective, because these 3 cups that are falling over right here, Aquarius, are continuous in the Four of Cups. You go from the 5 into the 4. They're letting you know this cup is everything you ever looked for. Can't forget that the universe, you know, brings you the right person at the right time. And it's important to not go out and look for love when you are still in the Four of Cups energy. It's important to open up your heart and understand that this is still a possibility. This is still out there. This is still coming. And will put you back on track. I'm also sensing that there's money coming. Yes. Oh, my right hand just itches really, really badly. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And it's your palm. It's in the palm. So that also definitely means like it's something to keep as well. It's something to invest with. So it's investment money almost. It's like you get money and you can spend a little, or you can pay a bill, whatever, but then you also have money to keep, money to, you know, put in the bank or in whatever thing you got going on, wherever you want to store it. You know, maybe you want to buy some crypto, I don't know. But that's just the thing. It's just like universe got a couple of things up their sleeve for you, Aquarius. Let's see. We have beautiful Queen of Swords. Yes. So the only, you know, other queen that we have is the Queen of Cups, and here we have the Queen of Swords. You gotta be careful with her at this time. Let me see. Yeah. There's an individual in your life that wants to approach you softly, and wants to be vulnerable, and wants to connect deeper, and wants to show you a side of themselves. But they will not do that if you force them, or if you bring out the sword. And it's not easy, because I'm not seeing that the person gives you a lot of reasons to want to be vulnerable first. But if you're willing to take a chance, they will meet you with their heart and not with their sword. But if you meet them with a sword, if you meet the situation, this opportunity with a sword, they will meet you with another sword that's gonna cut you first. So this is just a side message, because it's not an easy assignment. It's a situation that on the outside looks something you have to protect yourself for. But actually, if you tune in intuitively, there's this other energy you're picking up on, and you can both benefit greatly if you show up first. You don't have to be completely like, you know, on your back with the legs, you know, surrendered. But there is this space that's needed there, and allow them to express themselves. And what grows there is something within you as well. You learn something from showing up in your vulnerability first. It's not weakness, it's strength, because that thing that you do is the thing they fear the most. And here you are showing up vulnerable, expressing yourself, expressing the feelings, and not meeting them either back with a sword or showing up with a sword. So it's the easy way out. Just have an argument. But I see you working on, no, I want to work through these feelings, regardless of how well they will receive it. I want to show up first. I want to express myself. I want to show up. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. I don't want to hide anymore. I'm no longer hiding from my own emotions, so I'm not going to hide them from others anymore, because that just cost me so much time of my life, so much energy. And it's 8-8, so it's an infinite exchange. You give that vulnerability, comes right back to you. It's an instant. It's like you put in the work comes, the payout comes right back to you. It's like you give and it comes back, right? The 8, like this is you give and it comes right back to you. So understand that this is one of those months where you have a lot of effect on what you make it out to be, basically. It's not easy. It's not easy, I told you. It's 10 of Wands. But it's way, 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 way worth it. And it's not anything you haven't felt before. You're just approaching it differently now. And so it has a different outcome. 2 of Wands, and then it's gone. Over with. Wands, Knight of Swords. 6 of Wands, yes. Putting down, it's like this thing that was occupying so much of your space just gets released, and all of a sudden you have this energy, this feeling of lightweight, like you're moving lightweight. You know, when you put on, I mean, I love Jordans and Nikes and stuff, but they can be quite heavy sometimes. And if you put on lightweight, like running shoes, you're like, oh my god, my feet, they move so fast, it's so light. You know, and up out the door you go. Just saying. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a spirit message for you guys. I have to close out this reading. I was really just completely forgot about time. Here we have the heart chakra coming through. Divine healing. Sometimes I cannot with these cards. It's so freaking accurate. Okay. Honor your sensitivity. Honor it. Honor it by not masking it, by not hiding it, by honoring it. Also understand that you gotta protect it, but you can actually protect it and show it at the same time. Retreat to recharge and to heal. Your light can support others. Your light can support others. Like I said, you are people's people. Whether that feels not like that sometimes or not, in the end of the day, when it's the right people and it's the right community and it's the work that, you know, only you can do, you show up with that, it feels like purpose and an emotional fulfillment that comes from that space. One more card. Ooh. That's a little bit too many cards. I only have time for one. They are not playing. They are not. Stop it. Just give me one card, please. Just one card, please. Next time we'll do all the others. Up again. It's the same card. Wait, let me grab that. The same card that showed up earlier, and I was like, oh, look at that, another green. It's forgiveness. It's key. Forgiveness is key. Here we go with one of the tough assignments, Aquarius. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful and has the capacity to heal you and to transform your life. Heal you and transform your life, Aquarius. So meditate on that a little bit. A lot of green energy. Beautiful healing of the heart chakra. So connect to green this month in whatever way. Walk on grass with your bare feet, you know, if the weather allows it for you, or eat green food like green leaves, whatever green, like broccoli or whatever. It's also really strong for the feminine body. If you are a woman, like broccoli is really good for your hormones, unless you have allergies, obviously. Just connect to green. Maybe wear a green shirt or something like that. It doesn't have to be this bright of a color. It could be a little bit darker, you know. Just overall Connect to the heart chakra, right? Maybe make a green smoothie. Make a green smoothie. All right. I'm sending you love and light, Aquarius. Truly appreciate your time if you are still here. I hope there was something in here that helps you up on your way and up on this journey you're on. And sending you love and light. And I'll be back soon. Mwah. Bye, Aquarius. Have a great day. Bye.